Hey guys, Lola Selena here. I also go by Island Turtle. Welcome to BOMISpirit. Don't mind all the mess behind me. I'm in the midst of packing. So there's a couple messages that want to come out through me to you. And I do feel like very strongly that one is a sacred bond reading that wants to take place, but also I was getting a lot of very clear messages that felt like it was for a very specific group of the collective, but I feel like they're all intertwined. So I'm going to just let you know some things that were coming through, and then we're going to dive into this sacred bond reading, and we'll see if they are correlating. And if not, then I'll probably put out a second reading, but I have a very strong feeling they're connected. Okay, so the first thing, whoever this message is for, I feel like strong medicinal like vibes. Like, I don't know if you're thinking about becoming a doctor or a nurse or an EMT. There's almost a little feeling of like traditional medicine. I keep seeing that like caduceus. I keep seeing the caduceus, which is not like doesn't have to be for traditional medicine. I mean, that's actually a long-standing symbol, and then it was used to as a symbol for traditional medicine. Excuse me. But I am feeling that like medicinal vibe going on here. Again, in terms of like a form of study or a career path. Some of you could already be in the medical field. I keep saying medicinal though, and then I just said medical. So I don't know, there's something interesting there because I feel like there may be a little bit of a crossover happening for you, or maybe that's just part of your being, or maybe you're involved in traditional medicine or you want to be. Excuse me, energy. But then there's another part of you that's called to maybe not such prominent traditional medicine. There's definitely something going on there. Even if you're not involved in traditional medicine, I want to say there's something about you or how you operate or what you're interested in that qualifies as medicinal, medical, and or healing knowledge and information. Information very heavy and education very heavy in that arena. Okay. So there's that. I was also getting a prominent snake energy, but as I was seeing the snake, it was like moving really fast. The number seven is really important for you as well. It's just the seven was coming out very strongly, almost like hitting me in the face. So that could be a life path number for you. Could just be synchronistic or vibrational. But that with the snake, again, it feels very much like something is moving very quickly. Something is changing very, very quickly. In a way where maybe you feel like you're just along for the ride or like you're not able to keep up or stay very grounded in it. That's just how it's coming through. But that seven, that prominent seven, to me, seven, when that comes up, that is an energy of being very spiritually guided or even walking a path where it's giving me very strong Sag. Spiritual knowledge, spirituality is a huge part of your experience, or at least right now, even if that's not your life path number. You could feel like you're really needing to rely a lot on faith. That's huge in the collective right now. But yeah, there's like one group of the collective in particular where like these are messages that are for you. Water seems to be really significant as well. I'm just sitting with that for a second. You know what, the snake, it is almost giving me like Eshleisha a little bit, like the sea serpent. It's giving me that energy actually more than snake. I would say like sea snake. I don't know what snee is, but yeah, more than snake, I would say like sea snake, sea serpent. I don't know. That's very interesting. Take that for what you will. Take that for what you will. But what, yeah, water. The water element seems to be really important for whoever this is for. Again, I think the main message or just confirmation that's coming through here for you, orange is coming through now very strongly. That gives me sacral, like straight sacral energy. Excuse me. The main confirmation that's coming through is that yes, things are moving very fast, and they're going to continue to move very fast. But you know that. I feel like you know that already. You sense that already. And I do feel like you're just trusting the process. That's just what's coming through. That's just what's coming through. So that being said, let's get into the sacred bond reading. We'll see if this energy is braided into this reading or not. And if not, I'll probably be doing a second video. Okay. All right, let's get into it. So for those who are not privy to these readings, so this is a series I'll probably be doing for a little while. I wouldn't be surprised if I continue to do it for the next couple months. Sacred bonds and sacred partnerships. I've been speaking about this a little bit on the lives recently. Just to give a little bit of a quick overview of what a sacred bond or sacred partnership is and the way I'm perceiving it and the way I'm defining it, the way we're working with it. Sacred bonds and partnerships, they are connections where there is a shared obligation, where there's a shared obligation, a shared understanding, a shared like we are doing this together for this reason, or we are interacting together and it's evoking a certain cause and effect that is significant for our personal growth and development, or significant for healing, or significant for just our life experience in this moment in time. A lot of these certain connections at this moment, actually in the next couple months, are definitely gearing towards student, mentor, teacher. Learning through life experience and travel is a big one. Also, relationships where there's just an intense spiritual energy or connotation or understanding. And at the end of the day, connections that really inspire us and uplift us and are taking us to new levels, or again, helping us to explore ourselves. I would say those are the main kind of sacred bonds and partnerships that are happening right now. And these kinds of connections in the next couple months can be absolutely life changing. Just putting that out there. So, that being said, let's dive in. I'm going to use these dice, and I think I'm going to keep these for the rest of the series, like one side having the all white dice and then the others having like colorful dice, just to give a good distinction here. I'm going to use these dice to get a good read or vibe on the individuals at play here. And so keep in mind, as I do more sacred bond readings, they may be for very different archetypes or very different collectives, and you may resonate with more than one as they come out. Yeah, but just know that even if this one's not for you, doesn't mean that there aren't other ones that are for you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. I know you know what I mean. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start with this side over here. I'm seeing zigzag like this, like sometimes like trails can be like do 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 do, like that's what I'm seeing. Like you're like going this way and then, oh, I gotta go this way, and then, oh god, I gotta go this way, but there's still a progression, even if it's like chaotic, or even if it's like cockamamie looking, there's still progression in a forward direction. Again, I'm tuning into this person's energy. I'm trying to get a read on their like characteristics. Maybe this person just operates this way. I feel like that's just like how this person's life has been recently, is what I'm going to say. I'm getting the number 6. So maybe in the last, like, I'm getting like months and years actually. It's like last 6 months, maybe the last 6 years. This person may have been walking a path that is, yeah, nonsensical maybe. I keep getting like, okay, I'm gonna go right. Crap, I gotta go left. Crap, I gotta go right. Like that's kind of how it's feeling. Or like they're doing their thing and then something happens and they get like ping ponged almost a little bit. That's interesting. That's really interesting. But they've been progressing. Arcades. I've been thinking something about arcades. This person might really like arcades or video games. Maybe they're really good at that, or that's just like a pastime. I feel like that's their inner child coming through a little bit, which is kind of fun. I also feel like this person has a little bit of an edge to them. Like they may like dress in a way that is edgy. I guess that's subjective depending on who you're speaking to. But yeah, it's just kind of how it's coming through. Like an edgy dresser, or someone who likes like edgy music. Alternative maybe, indie. These are just terms that are coming through. Um, I want to say there is something about their energy that is kind of like sharp. Um, Maybe in the way that they just move or just the way they speak. Like it feels very like, I just want to say sharp. I don't have another way to describe that. Like they can move quick if they need to, but I want to say their energy, their mana is really strong. But there's something about it that feels like it has like an, I keep wanting to say like an edge, like a razor's edge, or a cutting energy to it. Poignant. That's how this person is feeling. Yeah, they've got an interesting vibe. Like if I had to give them like if they were to represent an item, I would say they represent a blade. Not a sword, a blade. It's like very specific. Like, okay. Interesting. We didn't have any roll the dice yet, have we? Green, this person may really like green or like a neon green. I'm getting neon green and black is like that's super specific as well. Um, they just might really like that color combination. Or maybe they have something or own something that they use a lot, like maybe their car is green and black. It's like there's something prominent about those colors with this person. Maybe part of their hair is like neon green. Um, Maybe they have green glasses. I don't know. There's something about green with this person. Um, that's interesting. I just heard alter ego. Okay, so maybe this person's a Gemini. We'll see. Um, Alter ego. That's kind of fascinating too. Um, Maybe this is like a part of them that like doesn't come out a lot. That is actually like alternative, right? Edgy, cutting, a little, um, alter ego. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. I'm liking this vibe. This person's interesting. So we have the fourth house, which I definitely would not have anticipated, Jupiter, and Scorpio. So they could have prominent Scorpio, Sag placements or energy. Um, they could be a Leo rising, actually. They could be a Leo, yeah, they could be a Leo rising. They could have something going on with Cancer as well. See, I'm getting like Scorpio, Sag, Leo, Cancer. That Jupiter feels really strong, really strong. Um, I think this Jupiter Scorpio energy, I think that's part of their intensity. Cause like, yeah, their energy just feels really like, like they just have a lot of intensity. I don't have another word for it. Scorpio's pretty much known for that, right? Um, the fourth house being here though, unexpected. There's something about this person's home life or inner world. Thank you. Inner world that is unexpected. Like people wouldn't guess that they either live a certain way or they wouldn't guess that like what they have going on in their core is what they have going on at their core. So it also tells me that there's a lot of like parts about this person that's kind of hidden. Again, very Scorpio, right? Very Scorpio. But I am getting something about the way they live is not what most people would expect from just knowing them on a surface level. Like this is giving me the vibe of like how do I want to say? Like maybe they look like very clean and cut, right? On the surface, but like you go to their home and they're like a hoarder. Like it kind of has that kind of vibe to it. Not saying they're a hoarder, but it almost has like an extreme to it. Like the way they present themselves out in the world, there's something in their abode or how they live in their lifestyle that people just wouldn't expect. That almost makes me wonder if they actually have Scorpio in their midhaven. Um, mm, mm. There's something there. There's something there with the fourth house and the 10th house where it's like Scorpio's doing something, I want to say, in their chart along that axis or axes. It's that secretive hidden factor. I also feel like this person I think is relatively positive, but like this like edge that I keep feeling with them, this edge, it's almost like I'm trying to like taste it and like touch it. It almost has like their intensity almost feels like it comes from like a little bit of a hidden stream of anger, a little bit, like a hidden stream of like frustration. It's like I don't think you would guess that's where it comes from though. This person's really mysterious, really mysterious. I think they're highly intuitive though. Highly intuitive and actually I would say that they're really sensitive too, like emotionally sensitive, but they don't present I don't think they present that way. And I also feel like even being emotionally sensitive, how do I want to say that? It's not like their emotions run away with them. Like this person is sensitive, but I think they have a good handle on their emotional regulation. Yeah, there we go. There we go. They're emotionally regulated for the most part. But I can feel this like Sharpness. Can definitely feel that sharpness though, with that smidgen of anger and frustration. Um, Actually, I just got pulled back into that. Oh, you know what it is? I think because this person does feel a lot and they are sensitive and they're intuitive, I think they know a lot of truth that like moves through people that's like not owned is almost what I want to say. So it's like I think they're really sensitive to people being authentic or inauthentic. Like they can sense when someone's not being authentic with them or not real with them. And I think it makes them very irritated. I get that. Okay. Let's move into star codes astro for this person, for this individual. Let's see what's going on in their life at this time. Let's see. Neptune. Okay. Oh, that actually feels really nice. Sometimes when Neptune comes out, it can feel like illusions. Oh, did I get a little unfocused here? Sometimes when Neptune comes out, it can feel a little bit like illusion. I don't feel that here. If anything, it feels a little bit like playing in Fantasyland in a fun way, not in an illusionary way, in a fun way, almost like a little bit of stirring, like this person is stirred a little bit in their life right now. It feels like on the border between stirred and like inspired. Stirred and inspired. Let's see here. Cancer. Yeah, this person's got something with the water signs and water energy, which, you know, that earlier messages that I was getting kind of reminds me of that. Fifth house. I was wondering if they were a Leo rising. And we have Pallas Athena. Yeah, they're inspired right now. Ooh, I like it. I like it a lot. This person's deep. Like this person is really, really, really deep, really intuitive. I want to say they have a very strong imagination, but I think that they, again, are pretty good at keeping themselves grounded, keeping themselves regulated. I think the things that they like fantasize about, again, I like again, there's a piece of this person where someone like would just never guess. Like, what? That's what that person fantasizes about? What? That's what that person does when they're at home alone? Like, you know, but not bad things. It's just unexpected. With Fifth House and Pallas Athena, creative solutions. Creative solutions. This person is just in a really big creative streak right now. And they're enjoying it and it feels really good. But I do want to say too, like there is a component here of again fantasy that I keep getting pulled into. And I want to say too that they may be fantasizing about a certain person in their life, probably the other side of the table here. But mostly I just feel inspired. I mostly just feel very, very strongly inspired energy, but their heart is stirred, their passions are stirred, and they're just in that. I want to say this person is probably very, very, very creative at their core, regardless of what they do for a living. So that's interesting. That might be a little hint for some of you guys. Um, oh, being pulled back to the edge. Their edge, their edge. I'm being pulled back to their edge. Yeah, there's something about that in terms of alignment. This edge that they carry, this little low level frustration or anger, it does relate to truth. It does relate to truth, but I want to say not just what I was picking up on before, right? Where when they can tell someone's not being authentic, it like makes them annoyed and irritated, but that's because I think for a lot of you, this individual, whether it's you or someone you know, um, isn't fully living authentically, not 100%, because there's still parts of them that are really hidden away that they don't show. And I think it actually makes their soul uncomfortable. And I don't think they like to acknowledge that. Interesting. I keep hearing creative solutions. Um, this person is growing and expanding something in their life right now, and it feels like it's either tied to their creative, excuse me, outlets, or honestly, or their desire for connection. With Cancer and fifth house being here, right? It's like Cancer is all about family and heart to heart connections. Fifth house is play and dating, even like childlike play. And it is giving me this vibe of like creative solutions into facilitating more connection in their life. And maybe again, maybe just this other side of the table, maybe just one. So they're very deep in water right now. They're very deep in water. Let's look at the other side of the table here. So looking at this other individual using these dice. Whoop, not taking that. Get a sip of water. Getting into second person's energy, please. Mm. I believe that both of you are really connected at each other's heart spaces because I just got really strong green with you. A different kind of green. Not like the bright neon green. It was a little more like mellowed. It was a little bit more of a natural green color. So maybe you're really nature oriented. It's interesting because I feel like this other individual, not that they're not nature oriented, but I keep getting them in spaces of like confinement, like something going on in their actual abode and home life, and like even the arcade. It's like I feel like this energy over here. We'll just say okay, we gotta have a name for them. Um, what's a name for this person? What's a good? I like giving nicknames for these kinds of readings. Just makes it easier, it makes it more fun. Um, there's something so mysterious about them. Um, the mysterious one. We'll just say the mysterious one because I don't know. I think that fits for right now. Um, yeah, I feel like this mysterious person is actually spending a lot of time in environments that are well, not natural, to be honest with you, is kind of how it's feeling. Like, again, very like electronic heavy or confined or where there's like hidden things happening. That's just what I feel with them. But there's something with the color green between the two of you. And again, I want to say it's like, I think you're just connected in each other's hearts, which is actually really sweet. But coming to this individual, which honestly, from just the way the readings have gone, a lot of people resonate with this side, but take it as you will. And you may resonate with both sides to some extent. Getting the number 3 for this side. I'm hearing the word standstill. Standstill? Standstill? So, this side of the table, I feel like you're breathing a lot. It's like, it's giving me the vibe of like catching your zen, is almost what I want to say. This side. It's like trying to catch the zen. Maybe you got a lot going on right now. They're actually showing me the hanged man. Um, motorcycle, don't worry about that. Um, ooh, that was loud. Yeah, they're showing me the hanged man. I keep feeling this thing about breath with you, like catching your breath or like trying to like find your breath or you're in a breath before something changes or shifts, and it's almost like you're trying to like keep things steady or keep things slow or keep things still. Almost like you're actually wanting that, like you're actually kind of needing that, like pause, stand still, don't have anything move right now. That's kind of how it's feeling. I'm trying to get into your character, like yeah, see, I feel like a lot of you guys is your side. Again, take it as you will. Trying to get into this person's characteristics here. Gold is coming up. Gold is a color. Could also relate to Leo or the solar plexus. I'm getting strong solar with that. Um, so this wave of anxiety. Yeah, I think you're just trying to find your zen. Let's get into these characteristics here for this side. Mm. And is that a, yeah, that's the ninth house. Ooh, I see. I see. So we have Mercury. It's interesting. So sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me show you guys all of the things. Capricorn, Mercury, Capricorn, and the ninth house. The other person was Jupiter, fourth house, and Scorpio. So for this side, in terms of potential astrology chart stuff, confirmations, again, doesn't have to be, right? Right? But for some people, you could be a Capricorn rising, Gemini Virgo rising, um, Libra rising. I'm doing a lot of math, astrology math in my head right now. Libra rising. Hold on. Oh, actually, Capricorn. Well, yeah, Capricorn rising. I was gonna say that anyway, but the way I do my math, you don't need to know. Anyway, yeah, Capricorn rising is actually really strong here. Or Taurus rising. Strong Earth. Really, really strong Earth energy on your side. And again, I was getting a little bit of like nature oriented stuff. And even as I'm looking at this, I feel like I'm not really looking at your characteristics so much. I feel like I keep getting the vibe of what you're in right now. And it does feel like you're almost trying to like control the overwhelm, like catching your breath, catching your zen. Or it's like you're trying to like woo-saw some intense movements or energetic shifts right now. I just got Aquarius really strongly, really strongly. Pluto could be doing a lot in your chart right now. Again, not necessarily, but I feel like you're actually, yeah, I keep getting like a plan, like you're trying to like keep something from running away with you or taking you like taking you away. So it's interesting. So the messages that I was getting in the very beginning when I said, I don't know if this is going to be intertwined with the sacred bond or not, like the snake, number 7, the water stuff, I feel like all of those are actually part of this bond. Um, which almost makes me think that you two are actually very in sync with one another, which is actually really nice. Um, I keep getting this mysterious energy over here is actually really good and maybe very comfortable with the unknown or even like darker phases of life. Again, they could have intense Scorpio. I think they may have just a strong connotation to water in general or a comfort with it. But coming back to this side, um, with Mercury, Capricorn in the ninth house, I keep coming back. So yeah, I think that you two are very in sync. Whatever this connection is for you, and we're gonna get a shared energy as well. Yeah, see, I keep trying to get focused on you, and every time I do, I either get pulled into what you're in or I get pulled back to this individual. Um, it's almost like this energy, I think for some of you, this mysterious person is actually like holding you, like could be offering you a lot of emotional support, anchoring you, holding you. That's what I just keep getting. Insulating you even. Cause with you, again, I tune in and like all I get is like this potential storm. Like I'm not even getting you. And you're just trying to like keep the storm from storming. And I think you know you can't stop it. And again, when I say storm, I don't mean anything bad. It just feels like a lot of things happening, or even like chaos, or even a lot of change. And it's just like I can tell you're trying really hard to breathe. I want to say breathe with it, and not get overwhelmed or lost or stressed or anxious. Can I get into the characteristics of this energy, please? If you're resonating with this side, they just showed me an elk. Or no, that's not an elk, that's a moose. Maybe you're in Canada. Interesting. Um, I don't know, I just associate Canada with moose. It's just the thing. Anyway, um oh, I had it and then it ran away. Thank you. They brought me back. I think you've gone through already a lot of change. There's something about your energy that feels like a clean slate for the most part. Like something about your energy or your state has is feeling relatively fresh or newly different. Newly different. I think that's why when I'm trying to tune into you, I'm not getting a lot. It's almost like you've recently been cleared of something or released something. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, I think that's how you're feeling. Only to have another wave of chaos come in or another wave of change to come in. You're just trying to hold yourself steady, is what I keep getting. Yeah, they're not giving me much on your characteristics. Again, I think a lot of you, this is you. Even just the way it wants to come out. Let's pull some cards as to what you're dealing with right now. I just heard Charlotte. That could be someone's name. That could be a place. I'm actually getting more of a place than a name. Well, places have names, don't they? I'm getting more of a name of a place than versus a person, but take it as you will. But yeah, Charlotte is coming through really strongly. 10th house. So yeah, the Cappy energy on this side is pretty strong. Um Interesting. I actually am getting a witnessing. I don't normally get that with 10th house, but the 10th house can represent how the world sees us, how we show up in the world. Um Also work and legacy and all that other stuff. But yeah, I'm very aware of my breath with you. Like, calm, calm. It's okay. Calm. I keep getting you're being witnessed in some way. So this all of this could be happening in your workspace where there's this like again, a lot of things to handle or like waves of chaos and you're just trying to stay centered and you're just trying to manage it. You're just trying to breathe through it. Even if it's not happening at work, the way that you show up in the world is requiring you to be open to change. And I do think too that whatever recent change or clearing you've been through is also showing through to other people. Yeah, look at that. Ascendant. Wow, major. Okay. Yeah, I'm hearing I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. I can handle this. I can do this. You can do it. Of course you can. Of course you can. The ninth house being here, some of you, this is coming with either some sort of travel or education. It's feeling like this. It's almost like something is becoming more available to you. Oh, thank you. Some of you, your world is becoming bigger. Um, like maybe there's some new connections that have opened for you, some new opportunities that open for you, especially with work for a lot of you. You could even just be like, especially if you're traveling, you could be going somewhere you've never been before. Um, yeah, something about your world is now bigger, which I only think is good for you, but maybe it's just overwhelming. Can I get another card, please, for this energy? Yeah, some of you feel like you're going into uncharted territory. Wow, solar. Wow. And Leo is shot. Yeah, eyes are on you, baby. Eyes are on you. That is for sure. So we have 10th house with ascendant and solar flares. All of this to me says active, hitting the core of you, hitting the core of how people see you. And there's also this intense, like, your world is opening, your world is growing. And I keep getting you are very heavily witnessed. And it's like you're just trying not to misstep. You're just trying to pace yourself. I almost want to get a fourth one for you. So yeah, some of you could be experiencing a major boost or opening or expansion in your career. I want to say it's even bigger than that though, because like I'm getting your sense of identity has shifted a little bit. Like something about you is recently renewed or cleansed or free and available to take on more or to experience new things. Yeah, very, very expansive. Um, it's so yeah, it's like you're really open like that right now, and then this other person, the mysterious person is very deeply internal and emotional, but I really want to say like they are holding you in some way, even if that is not obvious. Again, there's a really interesting in sync connection between the two of you. I do. I can't get away from it. I feel like they're holding you, even if it's just energetically. I want to get one more for this side. We need a name for you soon. We need a name for your side here. It's got something about pirates. I don't know what that's about. Maybe you like pirates. I don't know. That was interesting. Maybe that's a travel energy. Can I get one more, please, for this side? It's like the spotlight is on you. Yeah, debilitated with discomfort. Yeah, again, you're having a bit of a hard time with this. You're just trying to breathe through it. You're just trying to stay centered through it. Again, Leo still at the bottom. Um, I want to give you a name. I want to give you a name. Um, I almost want to call you the Pilgrim for some reason. Because I feel like there's so much going on with you that is like new and expansive and opening, but it's like unknown and it's asking a lot of you. And there's people that are aware of you, or there's attention on you. Um, but there's so much new energy about it, and you're just trying to find your sea legs with it. That to me says like pilgrimage. That to me that says like starting, some sort of chapter or venture in some way, shape, or form. So I'm just gonna call you the pilgrim. And then on this other side, you've got mystery man, mystery woman over here. Okay. Let's see what's going on in your shared bond. Let's see what this connection is doing for the both of you here. Just moving some cards over. Can I get some cards for the shared connection here? I'm hearing you're both intellectuals. That's nice. That's really sweet. Okay. Oh, yeah, you're very in sync. Seventh house relationship. So this is literally the house of bonded relationships. Is it the house of marriage? Yes, but that's why I look at it as bonded relationships. That is also what I mean by sacred bonds. So I love that this card is here in the very first card in the shared space. So this is somebody that you could be involved with contractually, where there's again a shared understanding or agreement of like this is what we're doing together, or this is why we're showing up in this connection, whether it's romantic, whether it's professional, right? In terms of like a shared business, or like maybe you're paying, it could be like one of you's like of service to the other in some way. Could even be like project, etc. There's there's either a physical contract or a unspoken one. Okay. But you're in sync. You're in sync with each other. This person's holding you. I can't get away from it. Pilgrim. Pilgrim, you're being held by mystery person over here. I even want to say protected actually. Maybe you know that already. Okay. That gave me chills. Uranus. Something unexpected is happening in this connection. Owning it. Thank you. So a couple things. Uranus may play a really important role in your connection, even in your natal charts. Like you could like literally have Uranus aspecting one of your angles, or you both could have like a similar Uranus placement, or Uranus in Gemini right now could be doing a lot in both of your charts. But there's something about with Uranus, like obviously I do think there's something changing in your connection. There's clearly something going on in your life, Pilgrim, that's bringing a lot of change, right? But excuse me, outside of that, um I am getting that like innovative energy with Uranus, almost like this connection is helping both of you to really own that part of you, to really own how you both are really unique. Also is giving me a little bit of that intellectual vibe too. I kind of associate Uranus with that as well, because it's like consciousness related, right? But that's what I'm getting. It's like I think you both are really helping each other bring out your own freak flag, I think is a good way, or alternative flag, which is really cool. I think that's why this person is holding you the way that they are, because I think they're very comfortable already with that part of themselves, even though it's not fully out. But Pilgrim, I feel like you're just getting your sea legs in something that's either work related or is like really put a lot of eyes on you. Um, and again, I feel like you got a lot of doors opening right now, but I feel like all these doors, the eyes on you, etc., it's like all of it's happening to facilitate you waving your freak flag, but you're not used to that. You're not used to that. And even your freak flag, I want to say there's something about that side of you, that really unique, almost want to say eclectic side of you that is mm, more badass than you give yourself credit for. Some of you, this is a very strong entrepreneurial spirit, lacking the fire though. Interesting. But up until recently, the fire hasn't been there. Maybe that's even a form of confidence or self-esteem. I'm even hearing trailblazer. Yeah, Pilgrim. Now, Pilgrim's watching this. Whatever's opening in your life right now, whoever's eyes are on you, I feel like you're about to do some big shit. And maybe that's why you're so uncomfortable. um, maybe you know that, but you don't know that. Like you know, but you don't know. Is how I like to say. Um, and mystery person knows it too. I think that's why they're holding you through it. I like this. I like this little connection. Can I get a third one, please? A third card for the shared connection? But sorry, they want me to stop. Something is changing in your connection, though. There is. Something is definitely shifting between the two of you. Can I get another card, please? Some of you, this person may have only been part of your life to kind of usher you into this. Um, but they're still holding you, though. Let's see here. Ooh. Why don't I know? I don't like that. You guys know me. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. We have 6th house and 12th house. That just screams debt to me. Um, well, it actually is saying a lot of things. I'm getting strong health vibes, very strong health vibes, but I am getting something about debt, like karmic debt like energy. Before getting into that, I want to get into this health energy. 6th house and 12th house, strong Virgo Pisces, which is also where the North nodes are right now in Virgo Pisces, in Tropic Western, is the astrology that we do over here on this channel, at least for right now. Everything always subject to change. Something could be going on in your 12th house or their 6th house. Your risings could be opposing, like Aries Libra, for example. Um, that's 6th house. The 6th house almost feels stronger for some reason. Um, in the shared energy. Having the 6th house and 12th house, in terms of this health, it's like I'm getting, you know what? I'm coming back to the medicinal stuff that was coming through before. Um, like integrated medicine, integrated healing. Yeah, actually, it's exactly what I'm getting. Integrated, integrated. That's just how it keeps wanting to come through. So if you work in the medical field or this person does, maybe there's something about how the two of you like can work together if you're in the if you're in the shared field. I'm hearing complete. I'm hearing complete. So something is completing between the two of you. That to me is feeling like karmic debt. That's what that's feeling like to me. Um, in the way this person's holding you and how you're being like ushered forward, you're going places, Pilgrim. You are. You're just going places. They know it too. Um, it feels like they are completing some sort of karmic debt with you. I feel some of you getting worried about that. Almost feeling some of you worried about like, wait, is this person going away? It might be more that you're going away. Um, I feel like you're Pilgrim. I feel like you're rising. Now that I'm saying that word, something feels kind of like strangely movie-like about it. Ooh, Mars on the bottom. Can I get one final card for the shared energy? It's just so interesting what's going on between the two of you. 2nd house, resources, money, work, stuff, and Libra with balance. Oh, that just made my heart all warm and fuzzy. Again, I feel like something is being completed in terms of a karmic debt. Something's being balanced out. With 2nd house being here, I do feel like someone's finances are improving, but I think it's the Pilgrim. I think Pilgrim, your finances are getting improved here. Yeah, I'm getting 6 of Pentacles and I'm hearing received. Received. Yeah, Pilgrim, I think you were just meant to receive from this mystery person over here. I think you've already done it and in receiving whatever way you needed to receive this person, whether it was emotionally, financially, etc., or just like ideas or energy or being held, because again, you're still being held here. has allowed you to move forward or being ushered forward into this beautiful next chapter, which again, I can tell you're really uncomfortable with. No doubt, no question about it. Pilgrim, I think you've had a lot of issues with your solar plexus. It's just what's coming through um, with solar flares and debilitated, but I think that's changed. And it's exactly what has been missing. Thank you. It's what's been lacking and missing for you to rise like this, either in work or just in your life, um, in the way that eyes are on you and the way opportunities are coming to you. Yeah, it's your time. And this person, I think, was meant to help you get there. It doesn't mean that like you have to disappear out of each other's lives, but there may be things that happen life-wise that might take up more space and time. Because like I'm trying to read into that, and I think it's different for all of you who are resonating with this reading. I think for some of you, this was a person for a season. Others of you, it was a person for a reason. But that reason, can still turn into years of a connection. Um, I just heard teacher. I think you both actually taught each other some things here. Interesting. Okay, let's get into some tarot cards. Um, been using that one a lot lately. Let's do Midnight Magic. If I could pick it up. There we go. Oh, Clyde is so cute right now. If you could only see him. I'm trying not to say his name too loud because he'll get all perked up and come over here. And I need him to stay there. He's so cute though. Okay. Using Midnight Magic, I want to get into this mystery person because now that we've spoken on you quite a bit, Pilgrim, it's almost like they're backing away a little bit. But yeah, let's do that. Scoot this back a little bit. There we go. Looking into this mystery person. Oh, getting back in their energy. Maybe it's because I'm a water sign, but like all the water energy is really cool on their side. Any messages or insights regarding this mystery person? Yeah, that's so weird. Now that we've like spoken on all the things, it's like their energy's almost withdrawing. Ooh. Queen of Wands. This person may be a straight up mystic. Male or female doesn't matter. Queen of Wands is the mystic court card, regardless of gender. And with all this like watery energy and Jupiter and like Neptune, it wouldn't surprise me if this person like considers themselves a mystic. Mm. Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords just started pulling on my heart. Again, this person's very deep. They're very, very deep. Um, but there's so much that goes on within them or in their private life or in their home life that does not get shown, does not get shared. Um, and that's what I'm feeling with the Nine of Swords. I feel like they're trying to work through something that I want to say a deep fear, actually. A deep, 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 deep fear. A deep fear. They're working through a deep fear right now. And I want to say they're using creativity to do that, like creative outlets to do that. Or they're just doing it in in the privacy of their home. Again, private, 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 private with this person. I'd be shocked if this person didn't have a prominent Scorpio influence in their chart. Almost said life. Interesting. Maybe this person's got Scorpios around them. I don't know. That was interesting. Knight of Wands. Oh, this person. Sorry, my eyes doing stuff. So while this person has a lot of water, remember I was getting that Leo rising vibes with them. That doesn't have to be, but it's like fiery. There's also something passionate about them. And now that the Knight of Wands came out with the Queen of Wands already as well, which I actually think is more of their draw towards the Pilgrim over here, but I also think that they have their own Queen of Wands energy in their own right that's very robust. This person also has a lot of passion. just generally across the board. Even if they didn't have anyone in their life, I think they probably need to be very active. I think they probably need a lot of interests and outlets to just manage their level of passion. Again, this person is very deep. Their roots run deep. Their core sits deep, and most people I think would never know it. Um, this fear is interesting though. Can I get one more next to the Knight of Wands? Actually, no, they said no. Okay. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. What is this deep fear of theirs? Tell me about the Nine of Swords. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. Strength. So battling their fear. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Six of Cups on the bottom. So their deep fear here. Nine of Swords. We have Strength, Five of Swords, and the High Priestess. They're fighting themselves. They're restraining. They're really restraining themselves is actually what I'm seeing here. I don't think they're triggered with the Five of Swords. That's not what I'm getting. I'm just getting intensity. That's all I keep getting from this person. So intense. I like it though. As a Scorpio, I like it. I might move those curtains in a second. It's a lot of sunlight. Um, yeah, I just feel like they're really, really, really restraining themselves to the point of high levels of discomfort. And then we have the High Priestess. So also indicating how intuitive this person is and how deep this person is. They're holding a lot of truth back. That's what it is. They're holding a lot of truth back, and I think their fear, like their deep fear, is actually letting that out. Letting that out, letting that be seen, letting that be shared, and maybe even just with you, Pilgrim, or just in general, but that's their deepest fear. Consequences of letting the truth out, the truth of them out. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. Tell me about the Knight of Wands. Oh. Ten of Cups. So this is part of like the connections I was getting with them before. That they're really focused on, well, they're really wanting. They're really wanting to foster connections, family, tribe, that kind of deal, partnership, maybe even long-term partnership. And with the Knight of Wands, it's like, I know Knight of Wands gets the rap for being impulsive. It's also just passion. It's also just passion. I want to look at this High Priestess a little bit more. Can I get a card on the High Priestess? I really want to say there's like Two of Swords on the High Priestess. A lot of moon energy coming through there. Jesus, another five? Five of Wands. Sorry, guys, give me a second. I'm gonna deal with the sun too. Give me a second there. Okay. All right. Oh, look at that. So much better. Wow, that's like a million times better. On the High Priestess, they have the Two of Swords and the Five of Wands here. Again, I just feel this massive fight within themselves. Oh, I feel like that fight is really just this. They want 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 this. But to get this, they do need to kind of unveil a little bit more of who they really are, unveil truth. And they're just having a hard time with that. Creative solutions coming in again. So that's what they got going on. Pilgrim, let's look at you and we'll look at the shared connection, okay? And then we'll close out. What's going on with the Pilgrim over here? What's going on with the Pilgrim? Four of Pentacles, not surprised. I expect a lot of Pentacles to come out for you. Four of Pentacles is a power card. Sorry. Energy. Four of Pentacles is a power card. It's also just trying to maintain shit and just trying to hold shit down, just keep shit grounded, keep shit steady. That's what I was feeling with you right out of the gate. Chariot. Ooh, and the Ace of Wands. Again, just try to keep shit steady. I love it. This Chariot with Ace of Wands, you're taking off. You're rising. You are going through a rising period in your life right now, and there's no stopping this Chariot. There's no stopping the train, and I don't think you necessarily want to stop it, but you're trying to maintain it. You're trying to like just keep a breathable, sustainable pace is what you're doing here. Okay. Again, some of this may come with some traveling and or moving, but Chariot can also be a card of ascension. And you did get the Ascendant card, which isn't about ascension necessarily. But again, with that, with the solar flares card, I just feel this like rising and rising and rising and opening and opening and opening. And Ace of Wands is really backing that up too. Yeah, they said just 3. Okay. Tell me about the Chariot. Are they taking these? No. Tell me about the Chariot for the Pilgrim. Yep. Queen of Pentacles. Lots and lots of pentacles. Anything else? So we got Cappy and Cancer showing up there. Felt the need to point that out. Anything else on the Chariot? Yeah, I really feel strongly this is impacting your career or your finances strongly. Even in the shared energy with second house and Libra, some sort of material security is being received, balanced because of your shared connection. It could be for both of you. I was getting more for the Pilgrim than the mystery person, but it could be both of you are financially benefiting from your connection in some way, shape, or form. Again, some sort of karma is being like handled because of your connection. Tell me about Chariot and the Queen of Pentacles. I'm hearing rooted out. Hold on a second. One or both of you, I feel like it's one, but take it as you will. One or both of you might have had, I keep getting the solar plexus, some sort of like fear or like scarcity mindset around money. Um, even if that was just a phase. Even if that was just a phase. Oh, thank you. Sorry, my whole face is getting itchy. Oh. Yeah, this is a really important download coming in here. I'm feeling like this is the Pilgrim. Could be either or, could be shared, but I feel strongly this is for the Pilgrim. Pilgrim, you have had some weird financial financial energy bout. And I'll be honest, I don't think it actually was meant to happen. It's giving me the vibe that like you've been influenced or you've taken on something that wasn't yours and it feels emotional. I want to say it's anxiety, actually. I want to say it's some sort of form of anxiety or fear. Now, let me be clear here because we're all human. We all get feared and anxious at some point in time, right? Whatever this is, it's like you hadn't felt that before. Like, even if you've had it for like months or maybe even years, there was some point on your journey where you acquired this, and I want to say it was like it wasn't yours. I want to say you literally took it from somebody or someone projected it onto you or gave it to you. This connection has been helping you to release yourself from that. This is like so specific. Um, it's some sort of weird form of anxiety. I don't want to say weird form of anxiety. Anxiety is just anxiety. Some sort of form of anxiety around money or your ability to earn money. Not deserving of money, but something weird. Something weird. Yeah, I haven't felt anything like that before. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I don't like that. Anyway, coming back to you, Temperance on the Queen of Pentacles. So you're going places and you're rising, and then again, Queen of Pentacles and Temperance, you're just trying to keep the pace. You're like, I need to breathe, I need to be zen, I need to be patient, I need to manage the flow. That's what you're doing. You're like, I'm just trying to manage the flow of all things happening right now. Um, yeah, but again, I feel very strongly this is impacting your finances or your career. Oh, Six of Cups at the bottom as well. Okay. What about the Four of Pentacles? And then we'll get into the shared energy. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles for the Pilgrim. Oh. Okay. Okay. King of Wands and the Four of Wands. Remember, on the other side, on the mystery person side, we had the Queen of Wands. So on your side, Pilgrim, we have the King. So King and Queen of Wands are showing up. I feel like this is kind of hinting at each other in this sacred bond here. Um, I feel like this person's holding you. I can't get away from it. I feel like you were showing up on their side as the Queen of Wands, and they're showing up on your side as the King of Wands. I want to say this person, this mystery person, um, yeah, it's like they have a strength about them. They have a confidence about them. They have a very controlled fire. Kind of what I was getting before. It's like they have a lot of emotional depth, but they have a lot of passion, but they're grounded in it. They're really grounded in it. And I feel like this is them actually holding you in it, like holding you in all of the shit and all the things. The Four of Wands is intriguing though. Four of Wands can imply like a relationship. Well, actually, it can imply a bonded relationship because it's a card of marriage, but it's also celebrations and it's also my inner circle card. It's quickly becoming my inner circle, inner sanctum card here. I keep feeling like they're holding you. I've just got pulled back to their Nine of Swords. I want to look at the Five of Wands on their side. Tell me about the Five of Wands. It's part of their internal conflict here. Tell me about the Five of Wands. Yeah, their fear. Eight of Swords, more fear. Oh, wow. Magician and the Knight of Cups. That's the creative solution. That's the creative solution energy that they're moving into in their life right now. And I really want to say in terms of this connection, but excuse me, also in terms of being vulnerable and transparent and not being so much of a mystery man or woman anymore. Yeah, not having so much mystery, not having so much mystery about them to facilitate the Ten of Cups, to facilitate connection. I feel like some of you pilgrims may resonate with that. Again, you both are in sync. Dare I say, you're both one. Dare I say? Um, I feel like too with this connection, something that's unspoken. I just got pulled back. I keep going back and forth between the two of you, like this, like this, like this, like this. Oh, is that the zigzag I saw? I thought that was more their energy. But anyway, King of Wands with the Four of Wands on your Four of Pentacles on your end. Again, I keep feeling like this is them actually holding you steady, maybe even holding the bond steady. But I am getting the word precious, and I feel like that is something that's not spoken on in this connection very openly. And maybe because this person has so much mystery to them and just has operated that way. And again, they're trying to like contend with the notion of not being so mysterious with you. Um, yeah, yeah, that's just what I'm getting. You're precious to them. Let's look at the shared connection here, and then we'll close this out. Shared connection, please. Ooh, Ten of Wands. What I feel like that's Uranus is doing. Right? Like, kind of feels like it. Tell me more about the shared connection. There's that Six of Pentacles energy I was feeling. The Empress. They said stop. All right, hold on a second. I'm gonna put you down. Okay. So in the shared connection of this bond, we have the Ten of Wands and the Six of Pentacles and the Empress. To receive, to receive, to receive. That Ten of Wands is saying that to receive in this connection, or at least for one person to receive what they should be receiving, is difficult. I feel like this is part of the indication of clearing clearing or completing some sort of karmic debt energy. Again, especially in terms of finances, this like weird anxiety stuff we were talking about before on the Pilgrim side. But also there is something shared that is being completed or taken care of or released. And I really want to say karmically between the two of you. And with the Ten of Wands, like it's been difficult, but I also feel like that's part of why Uranus is here, indicating that whatever is shifting in your connection is finally allowing it to land. It's finally allowing for the Six of Pentacles to land properly, to take place properly, so that this takes place properly. That seventh house and Libra energy too showing up is interesting. Let's go ahead, fix my headphones. Oh, there we go. I want to look at the Six of Pentacles. Six of Cups is still at the bottom. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles, please, and the shared connection. We have Eight of Cups. Interesting. It's emotional detachment. Wow. King and Queen of Wands and King and Queen of Pentacles. Where's the Emperor? One final on the Six of Pentacles, please. Oh, he's so cute. One final on the Six of Pentacles. Ding, ding, ding. Is that justice? Yeah. We have justice. Six of Cups still in the bottom, but Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, that's amazing. So on the Six of Pentacles energy, the Six of Pentacles is it's finally being allowed to take place. There's finally receiving going on here. And again, it's clearing some kind of karmic energy. And again, for a lot of you, that's financial. Leading up to the Eight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. It's like there is something being set free with that Eight of Cups. And again, I feel like it's the karmic energy or any sort of anxieties or fears, especially around money and security. Even commitment. Oh, that's interesting. Even commitment. King of Pentacles is a committed king. But the Wheel of Fortune is also implying that things are turning in a really positive way or favor here. I want to say you're actually, that's fascinating. Your connection is opening, deepening, but I also want to say, at least for the Pilgrim, that you're actually gaining more space. Like you have more breathing room in your life. Your life is opening, your world is opening. You may be going places you've even physically never gone before. And it may seem like there's even more space between you and this person, physical or otherwise, but it's actually your bond is actually stronger. So it's like since your bond is stronger, it's almost like allowing for more individual freedom. And inadvertently, you're actually closer in the bond. You're more grounded and rooted in the bond, even if there's more space. That's nice. I keep getting pulled back to this mystery person over here. That. They got a lot of Knight energy on their side, like Knight of Cups and Knight of Wands. As far as Knight of Swords isn't out here. Maybe they're gearing up for that. Once this mystery person leans into being more vulnerable, less mysterious, I feel like the Ten of Cups is going to happen very quickly. Actually, let's get one card on that. Give me a card on the Ten of Cups on this person's side. On the mystery person's side, tell me about the Ten of Cups. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, that making me smile. Page of Cups, the card of innocence. It's also my inner child card. Well, all the pages are inner children to me, but Page of Cups is tenderness, it's sweetness, it's innocence, it's sweet emotional honesty. It could even be about a child or having a family. Again, this person is very deep emotionally. So I also want to say too, Pilgrim, whatever energy you're used to operating in, you're being asked to operate in earth and fire. It's almost like you're being asked to participate more in the material 3D world. And I feel like this mystery person, it's almost like they're being asked to withdraw and go deeper within themselves, almost like they're being asked to go into their internal spiritual world, not so much the material world. Some of this could have felt like a role reversal. You could have resonated with that a couple weeks ago whenever I put that out. I don't remember. There's a lot I don't remember. All the while in the shared connection, you have been helping each other complete and close out some sort of karmic debts, specifically around health and or money. Some of you, it's also being of service with the 6th house and 12th house being here. But however difficult it's been, the difficulty of that is done. And the 6 of Pentacles is being allowed to take place, being allowed to be participated in. And because of that, it's deepening your bond. And it's almost like opening up the possibilities of your connection more while allowing, I want to say more the Pilgrim, but I think both of you, more freedom, more breathing room, more space. Almost like for this connection to be healthy, that's what's required anyway, is a lot of space and a lot of breathing room. For those of you where there's a potential for this connection to be romantic, whether it is already or it's like your friends or what have you, this person wants family. This person wants family. This person wants family. This person wants family. They want emotional security with people in a way where like soul to soul, heart to heart, like in a very deep way. Pilgrim, you may be very deep as well. And maybe they see that in you, and maybe that's why they're like, oh, yes, okay, we can do this. If that's the case, especially with the Page of Cups being here and the Empress and the King of Wands and King of Pentacles and Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, this person may also want a child of sorts. If that's within the context of your situation or possible in your situation. This could also be wanting to create something from that depth of your connection between the two of you that doesn't have to be a child. Very interesting. All right, guys. I feel complete with this. I hope you guys feel complete as well. Yeah, I think everything I was getting in the beginning of this reading has to do with this bond, so I won't be doing a second read on that. But I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope this has helped you. So good luck, and take care, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.